Hello and welcome, all you wonderful 2B Dicers. It's your boy, Daddy Tarzan, back with another episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire, episode 67, Challenge and Countersign. Like I said, my name is Daddy Tarzan, and with me is a wonderful cast and crew, of 2B Dice Adventures. And if we can go ahead and get right into it, Raul, would you mind starting us off with the roll call, if you will?
Hello and good evening. I am the ever powerful Oz. Tonight I will be playing Raul as per usual. Your ever beautifully, morally good compass of right and wrong, right? Yeah. Very good boy, Thursian outlaw tech, and he is here to clown.
So he must be down.
Correct.
All right. Joining us for tonight's episode is the one and only Kesh, an assassin they have yet to encounter, but has received long-distance help from.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay, and yes, I will be playing Kesh, the assassin with some very unique origins. Very happy to be with this wonderful band of characters, and we'll see how we go today.
And you know what that means. Up next is the Goldskin Northwind, Chav.
It's me. I'm Matt. I go by War Turn Knight out there on the interwebs. And yes, I have the pleasure of playing Chav Visto, best pilot in the galaxy, bar none, and actually he's having a really good time. I just need to, can somebody, hey Google, how can I fit a all-terrain scout transport inside the shipping container of a Wayfarer class medium transport? Search cheapest options. My phone is actually searching this.
It'll be easy once I blow it to multiple pieces. Starting us off on the next row is Ego, the goodest boy that never did nothing wrong.
You're darn Skippy. Hi, I'm Ren. I go by Mask Ren on the internet, and I play Ego in Tegoesa, who is a Twi'lek scoundrel who has, in fact, never done nothing wrong in his life. Yeah. Just here for the vibes, really.
For the lulz, if you will.
For the...
The lulz. All right, and to round our cast off for tonight's episode is the one, the only, Boho.
Hello, everybody. I am Victor, also known as Victor the Story Weaver, and indeed I am playing the very skillful assassin force user Oho, the Ikani half of the duo of the brothers Oho and Raul. One of the most dangerous army of two the galaxy has ever not seen. And they never will. And if they do, they won't get a chance to tell about it. So, yeah, fun times. Ego has never done something wrong in their life because that's what they have us for. We do all the wrong things. They may regret that, but such is the balance of the force.
All right.
Wonderful.
Wonderful introduction. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight for tonight's episode of Star Wars. That being said, let's go ahead and roll out our cast or slate for the week for the rest of our shows that 2B Dice Adventures puts on. We do have a date locked in for the next installment of Dimensional Dial of Dr. Diego. That will be coming up at the end of this month, August 27th. Be on the lookout for that. I believe that's still on a Wednesday, if I remember correctly. Okay. Also, coming up this Thursday is Tales of Varden. The party returns, not back to the ocean where they should be, but still in the land of Grand Soren and on a little family adventure. See where that goes. I play William the Great, a disgraced naval sailor turned pirate, and that'll be a fun adventure if William survives. And then Frontiers of Ebron comes up this Sunday as well. Be on the lookout for that, with Season 2's installment of Frontiers of Ebron being headed by Michael St. Gregory, the one and only that was responsible for all of our designs for 2B Dice Adventures streaming services. That being said, that is it for our announcements. Let's go ahead and recap where we last left off on episode 66. We left off with the confrontation between the party and a platoon of stormtroopers conducting a show force traffic stop. During the check, the party, along with Jorba, their guide, are asked to step out of their vehicle for further inspection. During this inspection, the checkpoint is set upon by an ambush. During the confusion, the party takes action. Chav scaling the ATST quickly and efficiently, dropping a little grenade inside of the cabin to kill the pilots inside after prying open the hatch with his exo glove. Smooth move, I like that. Oho, a skilled sniper overwatching the battlefield, take out several stormtroopers with excellent marksmanship, and Raul rushes forth with his axe in hand, bludgeoning them all and incapacitating them. Once the blaster bolts stopped, the attackers, now revealed as Pathfinders, turn their sights to Core Atlas, and this is where our story is to be diced. Turning our attention to the table at this time. Ooh, we're starting off strong.
No, we're not. You liar.
Love it for me.
Hard side, that is.
All right. We're just missing 2 players from the roll. Need you guys to roll up 2 more. Dark side.
Bear with me. Bear with 2 more dark side. Very funny.
All right, looking good. Ooh, okay. Not looking good for you guys, but it's looking great for me. So for the audience, the party has rolled nothing but dark side for tonight's session. Unlike them, I'm not that stingy about my flux side tokens, so they'll be getting some use today. To re-immerse ourselves into the scene. On the planet of Falleen, in the middle of the valley on their way to one of the various possible sightings of rebel activity on the planet of Falleen. Jorba, their Katerian guide, graciously takes the crew onto his AA-4B speeder truck to show them around for a small fee. After being stopped by the Imperial Stormtroopers, they disembark. A fight ensues as the crew takes cover and watches the calamity unfold before them. Chav, seeing an opportunity to get his hands on a new toy. The dust and blaster bolts begin to settle after the bodies hit the ground. And an older, grizzled human male. Appearing around the age of 42, 6'3", muscular build, grayish brown, shoulder length hair with a stylized gray beard to match, piercing green eyes, fair skin, staring down the barrel, not the barrel, staring down the sights of his blaster rifle, trained on the Core Atlas crew. Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
We're the blokes who did your job for you, apparently. Care to explain why you're attacking an Empire convoy?
He looks at the rest of you as he looks back into the tree line. Star! Report. A tall Trandoshan male steps out from the tree line. Bluish green scales, vibrant yellow eyes, brown and green jumpsuit. Appearing to carrying a loadout reminiscent of a field medic. Shez is gone, sir. Elias has taken damage as well. We need to move soon.
Looking over, is it like a blaster fire bolt and he's just dying, or is it like a open chest wound and it's leaking or something? Like, is it something that can be actually fixed by
Elias? As he points out Elias, you see this dark-skinned human male with bushy brown beard, male pattern baldness on top. The individual seems to have taken a shot to the splash damage from the one of the turrets of the trucks that were on the battlefield previously. He's got shrapnel on his arm. He's got bandages already administered from Sakar. And he seems to be ambulatory, but he's pretty beaten up. Elias appears to be more of geared out for heavier equipment. He's got a blaster. He has a missile tube slung over his back. Some tools and implements on his dangling at his side. Hydro spanner in the front. This guy seems to be more of a mechanically inclined. But he's, like I said, he's on his feet, and he's just pretty banged up at this point. The one that seems to be calling the shots turns his attention back to you. Fallen Star. Fallen Star. Rawl and Oho.
Asteroid.
Rawl and Oho, you recognize this as a challenge and countersign. This is a means of identifying each other out in the field. The last call sign that countersign that you guys were familiar with was Shattered Star.
I'm gonna say that while this conversation is happening, Oho is still on the same position where he was. He just turned his scope and sniper toward the conversation and the tree line just in case. But he basically still, after like taking down the troopers, everything got calmed down thanks to Raul. These people are talking. He's just back there. He's just over there with the sniper rifle still on top of the back of the transport. Just
And
covering Raul just in case. It's just a, like, we're not just like, oh, hi, yeah, it's all good.
And to be clear, Kesh has pointed his sniper rifle at where Oho's last position was and is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
As well as
And-
speaking into his earpiece, just going, not to be frank, Rel, but we're in no position to do this here. And I would like to point out that the golden humanoid is getting into the ATST as we speak, and there is a sniper trained on our entire platoon, so I would advise caution.
You watch as this human pulls out his earpiece and dangles it to the side. Fallen star.
Do I hear this from where I am?
Yes.
I think Oho is just going to call out. You said Shatterstart is the one that we use?
Yes.
You just hear Oho from his position just Shatterstar. And as he does that, actually, he reaches for one of the small back healing things and tosses to one of the people that got the sharpnel.
The closest one to you would have been our squad. Would have been Gil, another Trandoshan. He's more lighter build. He's got a holdout blaster in his hand. He seems more equipped for piloting equipment and whatnot. That being said, I think we stalled long enough for Chav at this point.
I very much so already pantomimed opening the hatch, climbing in, closing it, locking it, turning on all the things, grabbing. I have at least 2 witnesses. So, yes, as this whole thing is happening, the let me get the official name. The chin-mounted twin heavy blaster cannons turn in the direction of this thing, and quite literally, just the two of them just kind of go, like, come on.
Your countersign's outdated.
Oh, there's an expiration date now on call signs? That's a new one.
What's Krill Squad doing all the way out here?
Well, as you can see, saving your ass.
I'm surprised your major's still kicking at this point.
Kicking is one word to put it, yes.
Everyone stand down. Do one last sweep across the field. Gather any supplies, ammunition we need. The rest of you, we need to have a talk.
Seeing everybody stand down, Chav aims all of the weapons on the ATST towards the sky.
Oho just sort of picks up the rifle and then removes the adjustment to the bipod and sort of just slings it back. Checking on Eagle as well, because I'm assuming that Eagle probably would have been by the vehicle when the shootout started. So, I doubt that Eagle would have been like, charge!
I mean, he does nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where is Jorba? Because I'm with wherever.
Jorba's
Jorba is.
directly underneath the truck. He's not that tall,
Whoa.
so.
Yep. I'm not under the truck, but I think Ego is probably like behind the truck, just
So
kind
where I
of
was.
like
Next time.
yeah. When Oho was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick up and do some stuff," I'm just like, "Cool."
Jorba's just underneath the truck, right by your feet. Hey, friends of yours? Wait.
Well, maybe we might get new friends, Jorba. Brand new friends.
Well, seems like you guys found what you were looking for, so, I think I'm gonna go. He starts making his way towards the cockpit of the truck.
Just not too fast. Just 1 second before they shoot you, Jorba.
I think Goho is going to give a look toward Ego. Of like, you can tell that he's. I'll give like I think you would notice is that Jorva about to leave, as we now are going to stay around rebel soldiers, is kind of having a whole look at you like, are you going to do it, or am I going to have to step in to make sure that if Jorba leaves, he leaves with a good awareness as to what he should not do.
Okay. All right. Jorba.
Oh, what?
Right, here's the situation. So, I, with my very limited authority in this situation right now, am going to allow you to leave this place. Now, again, I said limited authority. That might change in the next 2 seconds. The situation as you found it, as it was experienced, and as you are leaving it right now is something that's going to stay very confidential between you and the rest of the people here. Now, when you go back to Nadia and have that lovely little party, which includes you sitting and watching her, you're not going to talk to her about any of this. You're not going to talk to anyone about any of this.
I'm an info channel. I deal in information, so I'm not giving this information out freely, obviously. But
No.
Oho already is behind. Like Oho is already behind Jorba. How did he get there without being seen? No idea. But Oho is now on the other side of Jorba. Just sort of the. I would say that this information is the kind that is priceless. And usually the cost would go your way, not ours, should it be divulged, John.
I'm gonna need a coercion check, obviously. I'll give you a boost die with Oho's help, but also I'm gonna add a boost die for you as well, because as this conversation starts, or as this conversation is going, you hear blaster bolts as Orc Squad is going through the crowd systematically, making sure every single stormtrooper is dead.
Cool. So,
Can I perchance put in, just to make add insult to injury, add another boost die just by Chav parking the ATSD directly behind this truck, lifting the foot and like kind of like you would like resting the toes of it on the back bumper. Just
I'll give it to you. So you can roll a coercion check. With 3 boost die. There's Jorba. You know, a little info chant here. The hell? Oh, found you. Okay. All right. So it'll be a coercion check hard difficulty,
Hard.
3 boost die. I'm gonna go ahead and cash in a token to upgrade one of those difficulty die to a challenge die, if you will. So if you can go ahead and click the half purple, half red with an up arrow on it, that will upgrade one of those difficulty die for me.
Can I help with this check by dumbing down the difficulty by increasing my strain?
No, because I used a force token. You're
Very well.
not taking away my luck token.
Very well.
Okay. It might not be too bad. Let's see.
Oh, what's bad?
No successes. 1 triumph. Which can I use the triumph to make a success?
That's already been accounted for.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because it doesn't succeed, you can still hold that triumph.
Let me see if there's anything I can do. Don't
Hey, you got a social check that allows you to reroll stuff, doesn't it?
Natural charmer or master charmer or something like that.
So many things to do. Trying to think if there's something for coercion. That's removing setback on coercion. Spend triumph to gain additional success equal to ranks in Smooth Talker.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah, when making checks, spend triumphs to gain additional success equal to ranks in Smooth Talker. I have 2 ranks in Smooth Talker.
Ooh. Does Smooth Talker count towards coercion?
Yes.
Okay, so that you can cash in that triumph. How many ranks?
2.
Yeah, that puts you out of 1 success.
Ah, well, there we go. Everything is fixed.
There you go. Skills, guys. Skills. We got so many of them now.
So proud.
So yeah, with that Smooth Talker, that brings you to 3 successes against 2 failures. So that brings it to a 1. Yeah, well done. It's a hell of a clutch move. Jorba, as these blaster bolts are being fired off, the repositioning of the HST to covering its one of its legs over top of the bumper of the AA4B.
Like, just enough to bump it, like literally, like if I was the ATSD putting my foot on the back of the bumper.
Yeah. Oho imposing his maniacal presence just inches away from behind him. Jorba kind of shrinks into himself. Hey, I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't know what we're talking about. See, what did I see? I didn't see anything.
Exactly. See, Jorba, I know you're smart.
So, I'm gonna go now. Didn't see anything. I didn't even take a job. I just went for a leisurely drive, and that's all I did.
Mhm.
He just starts clambering up into the truck.
Oh, it's literally there. The whole, like, the climb, the getting up, the closing the door. Oh, it's just like right there by the, like, if this was a regular truck, like Ojo's face is just
at the window. By this point, who you now learn is Major Brell, has made his way to the front of your group, in front of the truck. Actually, well, he hasn't introduced himself, but he's gonna. This would be the point where he introduces himself. Who among you is calling the shots?
kind of a give and take here in this group. We don't really have a set leader. It's kind of who wants to wear the hat today.
Is there a intercom in the ATSD?
Yes.
Then over that intercom, you would just hear, it depends on what he's about to introduce us as, because if it starts with a K, that's going to be me.
So, I take it Major Maru is somewhere else?
No impact, no idea, as we've been kind of out of the loop, if you will, on certain things.
At this point, you watch him raise his earpiece back up. Okay, collapse your position and make for checkpoint alpha. It's time to move.
Are you sure you don't need any more Overwatch?
No, we need to get out of here quick. You're wasted enough time.
Yes, this place is pretty open.
Kesh, you probably, I don't know how, you're far, right? Like you're far with the sniper rifle. You probably see the figure of Oho that's like by Jorba's thing, like looking around, and then all of a sudden you just see like this like eyes, like you have a moment of, is this guy seeing me from that far? And it's just that like a very calm sort of stare.
Curious. Acknowledged. And just I load up my sniper rifle and move to the location.
Hound actual out. And with that, he turns his attention directly back to you guys. All right, name's Major Brel Kamar. We're gonna be commandeering this vehicle. You guys come with us. Meet with us at camp.
What
All
vehicle
right.
is being commandeered?
Yeah, which vehicle is coming here?
The truck.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
Your friend gonna get out of that fucking thing, or what?
As I said, there wasn't really a kind of role for leadership here, so good luck trying to convince him. And that's a very big vehicle.
Good luck keeping up with us in the forest with that thing.
He'll be fine.
Is he
He's
trying
a
to
very skilled pilot.
is he trying to commandeer Jorba's truck? I think Oho is going to interject in this and just go, this fellow here helped us make our way this far, but we're not the only people they make connections and contracts with. Something tells me it would be convenient for them to return to their place of business as to not raise suspicions of their absence.
Give me a second here. Yeah, I don't seem to give a fuck. I want the truck.
Oho is just going to point out to the two transports that were the trooper transports.
Yeah, those were heavily damaged by the missile tubes.
Giving my background, can I give like a cursory look over it and see if any kind of slapshot repairs can be made by combining the two vehicles really quickly?
Yeah, that's not quick work, man.
Okay, that's what I figured.
That's not quick work at all. It took weeks for Chavs Nothwin to get serviceable enough to travel through space. I mean, you need a workshop to do this type of stuff.
Fair.
And that was without a workshop. Go ahead.
I'm going to say that Oho is going to, when he says like, oh, I don't give a fuck, he says, well, you should.
Exactly why should I?
You are here in the forest for a reason. The city is not welcoming to you. You do not want another person that dwells in the city to be considered lost here. The more you increase the danger of the people who are the regulars in the city being missing, the more chances of the Empire choosing to bring more forces here.
Oh,
You want
your friend doesn't have to come. But his truck's leaving with us.
his truck leaves with us, he is left with no transport.
It's a good thing the city of Pauline is not that far away. He's got 2 feet. I'm sure he'll survive.
Let him take the truck. I promise you that I have something much better.
Give me a... Give me a negotiation check.
Can I help with the boost die? So I have my signature vehicle handy, and that's what it helps with.
You gonna do a kickflip in front of him?
I can.
I'll give you a boost die because of the little carrot on the stick you dangled in front of him. But
Persuade you for coercion.
are you trying to intimidate him?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, some of the information that I'm putting to him is giving it to put them in the concept of being concerned about whether Jorba and the truck make it back or not. So there is a level of like, you wanna do this the way that I'm suggesting because the alternative could be dangerous for you. So that would be my argument.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to spend 2 strain so that I can use my intimidating feature from my Night Sister tree. What is the difficulty of this?
This will be a hard difficulty.
Great. Well, I'm going to use that to reduce 2 difficulty ranks.
Okay, so that'll be an easy difficulty, and I'm going to cash in a token as well to upgrade that 1 difficulty to a challenge.
Nice. Well played, Sir DM.
So you said easy difficulty, and then it's getting an upgrade, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
Very well. Hope you can walk pretty fast.
As I make this deal, once more Oho's face turns to look at the glass in Jorba with that, you owe me. Because not only we managed to get him to shut himself up, but now I got him to go back with his truck when otherwise it wouldn't have happened.
Jorba cautiously begins to drive off with his truck still in his possession, luckily. By this point, you watch as the rest of the Pathfinders begin to assemble. Kesh, at this point, actually, you're still in the tree line. You would have made your way directly to camp. The rest of them would have came out with 4 614 AVA speeder bikes. They all swoop out. Major Brell gets on the one that was piloting his swoop bike collapses down to Gil's Sathar, and he looks at the rest of you. Think you can keep up on your feet?
Do we have
Who's
a choice?
walking?
Rawl takes out his the partner and does
here we go again.
a little kickflip as he hops on. He basically takes it out and he throws it. It unfolds and it starts to hover as before it hits the ground, and he just as in the same motion, he hops on top and he extends his arm out to Ego.
Exciting.
I can take somebody in the gunner seat.
Ahoy's probably going to hop on top of the AT.
Yes.
He's literally going to be on top of the AT, like crisscross applesauce, with his sniper rifle on his lap, just keeping an eye. Just
You're gonna be in for a pretty scratchy ride, but
Yeah, especially if I succeed my roll.
I just imagine myself just like hitting the branch trees, just.
the ATSD is definitely gonna have to be moving at half speed through this forest. It's
For
pretty
what?
dense. Not see how big your vehicle is in comparison to the tree line.
Number one, no, because I don't have Forge VTT open because it crashes my computer. Number two, I don't care. I navigated a fucking exploding asteroid field at max speed.
This is fair.
You know, man's got a point.
I mean, the thing's already beat to shit as is. Why not? Let's
It
go.
hasn't taken any damage. This one didn't get hit.
You dropped a grenade inside of it.
That's the inside.
Where all the operation controls are.
Yeah, that part's fine. We'll make that work. Just
a little
you know,
sparky,
The joystick
you know?
still works even though it's hanging off of the console. I just gotta hold it.
In the words of our GM, it'll buff out.
It will
It'll
in
buff
fact, buff.
You guys mount your various forms of transportation, and the an orc squad begins to veer off and flow into the forest tree line, making their way east. You guys, well, they have to travel at half speed because none of you are traveling as fast as they are able to travel at.
What's their speed?
2.
I can move double their speed. What the fuck are you talking about?
On natural terrain, not rough terrain. Unless you want to crash.
Would you like me to roll a planetary piloting check?
A planetary piloting check. Okay, you're going double your speed?
This would be me activating my supreme full throttle, which will cost me 1 strain and increase the maximum speed of the ATSD by 2.
You can literally just need to raise it by 1, and then you're going at that speed.
Oh,
'Cause the AT has a speed of 1.
ATST has a speed of 2.
Oh,
I already looked it up, even though the
We
one
are
that is
going
in the table has all question marks because I'm that kind of person. I want to know what the vehicles do.
there you go. I made it known to you. Damage control.
Oh, look
I
at all
need-
this new information.
Navigation hazard setback. Okay. Dangerous terrain. You get 2 setback die for a thick forest, steep rock covered hills, or flying in atmosphere. So 2 setback die.
Okay.
2. The difficulty is equal to the vehicle's starship current speed, or half its silhouette. So current speed, you're going 4. That's going to make it a hard difficulty. Daunting difficulty.
Okay.
With 2 setback die.
Okay.
And then
I
the
start
type
with a
of-
setback die, and I ignore 2. So thanks for that.
1 second. He would then take half his silhouette and upgrade.
Yes, I am making travel time unnecessarily complicated because I want a big roll. And then I will shut up for the rest of the game.
Okay, so it'll be a challenge of 1 on top of that with your silhouette,
Daunting challenge of 1. Okay.
and that should do it.
And for the record, if this thing trips and busts itself, it wasn't mine anyway.
Factual state. Hey.
All these dice are never gonna roll. I can't see it.
Damn.
I
Okay.
got 3 successes. And then 1 advantage.
Well, surprisingly enough, this ATST is still wildly resilient, and it's fudging through the trees faster than the fucking 14 fucking AVA speeder
We're
bikes.
doing fucking parkour through this wilderness in an ATST.
That's probably what's going on here. Gil, the Trandoshan that's riding bitch on Sathar's riding bitch. Gil, who's piloting the 614 AVA, looks over as this ATST is just barreling through the forest, leaping, bounding, and traversing this terrain like it's nothing. And Gil just do that. You guys make your way to deep into the forest. You travel about 15 miles till you reach Pathfinder Camp. And with that,
15 miles uphill, or is this just straight?
rough terrain. You're going through forest, tree lines. You guys passed a or ford through a ravine at one point. And then you approach this clearing that's just off the bank of the river. As you forded across the river, you turn north and follow the riverbank for a few miles, and then in the distance you can spot what appears to be some type of quickly assembled base camp. There at the river's edge, you can see an individual, blue skin, vibrant red eyes, ebony black hair, propped up against a tree next to a 614 AVA speeder, as the rest of you begin to make your way and approach.
You're approximately 3 minutes behind schedule, bro.
Oh. We have company. As
I could tell
Brel,
that. I could hear them before they arrived. I take it the pilot of their group did not want to relinquish his new fancy and dinged up toy.
Hey, with
Looking up
three
the
advantages,
ATST.
can I be tap with 3 successes? Can I be tap dancing this ATST?
just about whatever you want, man.
Bacha, bacha, bacha.
The rest of the group makes their way up as Brel leads the squad up to the campsite. Pulling up next to Cash, he dismounts, checks in with the rest of the group. Sathar and Oleus help carrying the body of what's her name? Sorry, Sheza, into camp. Brel remaining behind as he turns to the rest of you. We need to get rid of that ATST. But we'll take care of that later. Come. Rest up for a minute. Let's talk. I'm Major Brel Kamar, commander of the Howling Hounds. I take it, you're a subdivision and secondary squad of Krill Squad? What's your situation?
I think Oho is going to take a look toward Raul as a way of kind of going like, if you're okay with it, I'll speak. But he's kind of like checking with him first.
Raw is going to look at the general for a long time before, like, his spidey senses tingle and he notices that his brother's looking at him. And he's like, all right.
I think Oho is just going to bury after his Raul gives him the go. He just has a moment of like nodding lightly, looking at the general and just going, "You may want to look on the files of the rebellion for the code name Mudhorns."
He's gonna do.
It's Mudhorn with 2 D's.
The D silent.
They're the second one.
Where's his warfare? He doesn't have a warfare? That's messed
Don't you
up.
have Google?
Let's go with education. Average difficulty. No, he's not revealed yet. There we go. Success. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. Tell me. That was an operations group that's supposed to be dead, still alive.
Well, as some famous media out there likes to say a lot, what is dead may never die.
What my brother is trying to say is that we were dead because we needed to be. And now we are back because we need to be.
He leans over towards Kesh. Kesh, check your messages.
Mm-hmm.
How dare there be secrets?
Whispers! Whispers! Secrets don't make friends.
In this street?
I protest.
We state everything clearly in front of everyone's faces. Because some of us read thoughts sometimes.
I can just picture them just be right in front of us, and they're just like, oh,
Cash just tilts his head looking at everyone individually. And while it's literally not registering what Bro was saying, and then going from hasn't stopped looking at the weak points in the ATST, like almost like he's picking out targets, going from that to Roll to Ego to Oho, leering on Oho a bit longer than normal, mainly because of like, okay, calm and composed, recognize calm and composed, but a lot more's going on behind the eyes, and just gives a nod towards Brel, and gets in contact with High Command.
All right. Take a seat. We'll get you rations, water, whatever you need. Elias, once you put some dirt on that wound of yours, get back, take a look at this ATST, see what we can repurpose it for. Understood, Major.
Where do you want me to
I'd
park it?
recommend
I'll put it right
Sal's
out
instead of
front.
Mud.
Say again, Kesh?
I'd recommend Sal's instead of Mud. Mud is inconsistent when it comes to cleaning.
That's fair. It's also a figure of speech. All right. So, Mudhorns. Interesting.
Aye.
And this whole outfit, all part of them.
They are a welcome addition.
Friends we've met along the way will come in handy. Plus, we
Okay.
have one of them with a very particular personal matter against the Empire.
As you hear a welcome addition to the group, Chev is just yelling at a Pathfinder person. No, I can park it. I'll just put it right there, and then you can use it as a turret.
He's eccentric.
That
Is a pilot.
That is peak pilot behavior. I
Yeah.
would say.
Gil does the same. But I've never seen him pilot a ATST like that. So, what have you been up to this whole time?
Staying
From the sounds
alive.
of it, sounds like a couple of deserters just found their way back into the fold.
Well, if you can't tell, we've been through quite a bit. As he gestures to the back of his head, and the brand new shiny computer surgically implanted there. There are reasons that we cannot explain here. I think if we talked to whoever is directly presiding over this base. Is that you?
And this is just checkpoint alpha. Once we get back to base camp, we can talk more. Wanted to get a lay of the land, as it were, into what
Let's
exactly we're bringing.
Let's just say what we have to say is not for everyone's ears.
Well, good thing you're with my company, which is the 5 of us. So, if there's anything that you don't want spilled in front of other people, now's the time.
Oh no, not just anybody. However, we have nothing to hide, so...
Tarzana,
Yes.
not to interrupt. Can Ego be doing like of the other people in here, like I say body read, but like just like their demeanor, like what is the social situation between people, who's like what's their kind of vibe between each other?
I was going to say Leo's probably doing the same with his microgesture reading.
Okay, so you're taking stock of these 5 individuals. Elias takes a quick, gets administered a shot of Bacta from the stim pack from Sathar. Cash makes his way back towards what appears to be some type of command post tent as he disappears into the interior, just behind Major Brell. Brell sitting down across from the rest of you at a fire pit, hands kind of steepled as he's examining the lot of you. And then Gil just kind of going over the the whole going over the vehicles that are in camp, as well as kind of admiring the ATST at the moment, while talking shop with Oleus on how to repurpose some of the weaponry aboard this vehicle. You take stock of each individual. Are you trying to use an ability at all, or are you just getting a surface read of everyone so far?
Surface read. Like, I can do perception, but if I want like thoughts, I can use the force. If I feel
the force.
if needs be.
All right. Okay, so surface level. I'm gonna update my NPCs here. As you take a look around, the only one that seems to be actively engaged with this conversation is Brel. However, with your guys' passive abilities as Ichani trained individuals, there is a level of restraint, especially after he mentions the phrase deserters. You could sense a level of probably animosity, but he restrains himself from reacting in any capacity, and just continues to try and press into you guys to gather more information from you and see if you guys are worth his time. And that's about the most that you get from just the surface level. Probably should have had you roll a cool check to get that, but I don't think Brel's being all that subtle about it. Sorry?
I'm saying can if you want, but yeah, I think he's fine.
So, I got a refit. I'm down a squad member, if you can't tell. And you present a unique, potentially obstacle, or a potential asset. It's not my call. But I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with each other for quite a while. For some time.
For as long as we are going to be near you until we get to the point of the location where we need to talk to and beyond. Consider us an asset. We have no interest in you and your team finding themselves in trouble.
Major, reports from High Command. We take them to void fair. But there is a urgent update that requires your attention when we get there.
Fuck.
And not to put too fine a point on it, they wouldn't come out all this way for nothing. I'd say we give them the benefit of the doubt, deserters or not. And any surface vibe or micro expression that they're trying to read, zero. It's complete blank.
What if it wasn't made obvious yet before? Kesh is a unique individual, as he is Kiss. Something that is not commonly encountered out in this far into the reaches of chartered space.
And
Very
greetings
well.
to you all. I enjoy witnessing the non-lethal takedowns. Look over at Roll that you accomplished. And I'm sure there's some tactics that I could learn. Looking at Oho from one sniper to another.
Find that Oho may not be a chiss, but if you were to paint his face blue with his complete absence of expression, he could probably pass for one.
God, another one.
Well, this one
But
might stick
those-
around this time.
But those are the orders.
Very well. Go ahead and refit. You can tell the others to begin packing up camp. I want to be back on. I want to be moving before sundown.
Acknowledged. You heard him. Everything needs to be packed up. I'll be looking on the ridge. I just head up to my normal sniper perch.
Gotcha. You taking going on foot, or are you taking the AVA collapsible speeder?
I'm taking the collapsible speeder to get to.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So, turning his attention back to the rest of you. You guys pack some serious firepower. Some unique skills. As he turns his attention to Chav. And quite an impressive set of armor. Turning his attention to Dove. But my command has something in mind for you. So you'll be joining us to Void Fire Outpost. And I have a feeling that you guys are going to prove pretty useful pretty soon.
I think Oho thinks to himself, those were pretty much the same words they said to Oho and Raw the first time around.
I think Oho and Raw would like both simultaneously turn to each other and share that look of like, right.
Yeah, like if there was a flashback moment to jump to, this would be the moment in the movie where like you jump back and literally hear somebody else several years ago saying the exact same thing.
So, make yourselves a camp. Refit, whatever you need to do. Get whatever rest you can. We'll be mobile in an hour. In the meantime, you can catch me in my tent, as he points behind him at the command tent. Take care. For now. And he stands up, slings his rifle over his shoulder, and makes his way into the command tent, leaving you guys to yourselves.
Well, that was an interesting first meeting.
That's the Brel Kumar we came to find.
I would assume so. And this sniper individual, it seemed to both they have some kind of pull here. Obviously, the major, is majoring. This Kesh individual, though. Don't get too many chiss on this side of the galaxy.
I don't really spend enough time in places that often, and most of the places I do spend time in are densely populated areas, so individuals of all kinds, you know. There's just a soft crinkling of like plastic. Bantha butter biscuit?
Ooh.
I think Oho is probably, I mean, he's going to stay with a group. There's a part of him that is like, he doesn't know if the group is going to try to talk about it or not. He doesn't really like, has an interest in that at the moment, as there's company and people. So I think for now he's with the group. He's probably not seating, he's standing, and he is just kind of like keeping an eye on the perimeter using his cybernetic eye to get an advantage on that as well.
You get a biscuit packet waved in your face.
Did I get biscuits waved at my face?
Not like waved, not like directly in your face, but just like towards you, like offering you one.
Oh, I think All just has a moment of like looking down at. He just sort of kind of reaches one, gives you sort of. I would say an acknowledgement, but really it's just that like nothing. The fact that he took it already, that's like
yes,
you know.
Expected you not to take it, so that's a +1 in the book. Positive interaction for ego.
Huzzah! During this hour, Raw would probably head over to Chav at some point while he's messing around his new baby weddings. And he's gonna kind of go over some escape contingency plans with him, as he is the ride essentially. And like he'll talk about like, okay, how far away is the ship? Can he remote control it from here?
His Majesty Lord GM, how far away is the ship, and can I remote pilot it from here?
What's the range restrictions?
I don't know, Tarzan. It doesn't tell me. It tells me what a weak one is. It doesn't tell me what the better one is.
Well, you did get it put in by the ISB. I'll have you know that.
Uh-huh.
And you are able to call a starfighter from the nullifier, wherever it is in the galaxy. Should you need
getting the Nathwan Chimera from around the curvature of the planet is probably not that
within its wheelhouse. Yeah.
Well, okay. Also fun to know that I can actually use this on the Lancer, because I did not know that. Okay.
Oh, you have to get clearance beforehand from Killbolt, obviously.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll send him an email.
Company email.
Love to hear from you.
As per my last request.
As per my last email.
Make sure you CC all the superiors.
Every single one. I CC'd Emperor Palpatine. I hope that's okay. But yeah, with that, Chev's just going to kind of hold on, just be like, this bad boy, I can get the North one here in the lickety split. My big issue is the doc and the kid.
Well, right now, the only thing we can give them is time. So they're in good hands. The doctor is stable. If we can play out here and make sure it's favorable and no one dies, I think they'll be fine.
That is always the ticket, huh? Making sure nobody dies. It's a real skull-splitting problem.
Once we arrive to their location and we know the coordinates, at some point I will probably make my way back to the city, as I would like to deliver to them It's a very peculiar ship that we have.
Did they mention if this base that they had was off-world or if it was here?
They said it was far away. Didn't
Well-
necessarily say that it was off-world.
Well, in a galaxy where I can go from rim to rim in a few weeks' time, far away is not really that far away. So, kind of need some specific. It's like you guys have never moved freight before. What are you talking about?
If they were going to leave, even if that were the case, their ships are not here. So wherever their ships are, it's probably going to be more important of a location than this one. They intend to leave, then we know that we need to stall.
I guess that's a good point. Damn, I wish I could bring that AT with me. Anyway,
Well, I mean, I suppose I can get Reaper to come pick it up.
well, I got the biggest ship in our fleet, and that thing ain't fitting on there. Unless we do it in pieces. Can we do it in
Which is
pieces?
doable. We could do it in pieces.
But then it takes so long to set back up again. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, rebellion.
Rebellion.
Raw can see Chav is so excited about the situation right now.
Listen, if Chav wanted to be a rebel, he would have done it decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
Never too late.
Never too late.
Apparently not.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Which is the Northland Chimera, I will mind you.
Better than the PCX.
So, what's the plan?
Raw is
Light
gonna.
horns, I guess.
Oh, you caught that, did you?
No, I'm not deaf. I lost an arm, not an ear. You should be able to see that. Oh, maybe not.
Let's just say we've had a very checkered past, and that past brought us pretty close in circles with rebel forces.
Shaka.
Well, we did what we had to do to stay alive.
Feel like you're trying to plead a case where there isn't one. Like you're not on trial, you're raw.
Not many people like what the rebels are doing, as they are causing unrest for the Empire.
Well, with the shit that's going on, we should not be rested, as it were.
You're not wrong there.
Is that what Killboat has on you?
No.
No.
Oh, there's more.
Sarcasm.
Tarzan, I have a question.
Yes.
We were given the information of this contact, which I believe is the commander that we just met.
The information that was given was your contact was supposed to be Kesh.
Our contact's supposed to be Kesh. So would there have been anything, whether in conversation or as the information was given, that clarified or gave us detail on whether or not the contact that we are reaching, which is Kesh, is a contact of Killbolt, or he's just an individual in the rebellion that Killbolt picked for particular reasons?
So you're trying to figure out if there's a more intricate reason for Cash being singled out, or
Yeah, I would like to know if Cash has connections to Killbolt versus just being like, oh, I know that there's a rebel group and there's one that its name is this over here. Go find them.
how would you like to?
Just a tipster, or is he like actual confidant?
How would you like to go find out? Would you like to go ask Cash himself?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Cash, you gonna roll
I will
that
say,
thing for me?
you turn around and Cash is directly staring at you. He hasn't gone very far. He's just staring at you.
Ooh. There it is. I see it. All right. I had to update. So that is 3 successes, 1 threat. So you succeeded the check. So yeah, you were able to make your way anywhere you wanted without being spotted. But yeah, so by this point, as you're deliberating amongst yourselves on whether or not Cash has any type of ties to the ISB, you turn to go.
Question.
Go ahead.
How many successes did Cash get?
3.
He got 3 successes. Can he roll to setback die?
For what?
Would the
Yes,
2 setback die be capable of removing those successes?
Maybe. Well, what is the setback die for?
Sense advantage. Once per session, I can add 2 setback die to a skill check. Technically says
Ooh.
NPC, but Cash is not part of the party. And I'm also using it because he's trying to stealth on a stealther.
Mm. If
Right,
it
yeah,
mentions
that's-
NPC, it mentions an NPC, and it's only supposed to be meant for NPCs, my friend.
Come on.
He's
I
not an
also want to
NPC.
point out
He's
I
a
could have
PC.
I could have also done Master of Shadows, which I could have done 2 strain to reduce the difficulty by 1.
Oh yeah, and
to
you
do that.
and you rolled way too many dice. You only needed 1 purple and 3 reds.
To be fair,
Sure.
what definition of
Oh,
NPC
never
are we
mind.
using? Because he could be non-party character.
Or non-playable character, which is the true meaning of NPC. So, in this instance, no, you wouldn't be able to use it on that.
Okay,
On an NPC, no problem. Anytime Major Brell wants to use his skills on you, you can use it then.
That's fine.
All right. So yeah, you at Cash. I'm assuming you've revealed your position at this point, or are you maintaining your hidden position?
I've revealed my position and made it very clear that I was just eavesdropping.
So
I think, considering the fact that he was already eavesdropping, Oho doesn't even ask the question. He's just waiting for him to answer.
So, Cash.
I'm unfamiliar with this Killbolt individual that you mentioned.
Any particular
That
reason
does
why
have a
someone...
It has a vague understanding. But I don't know why someone of that caliber would be interested in someone like me.
Insight check.
How far away is he? How far away? You
You
tell
guys
me what
are-
you're thinking right now.
You guys aren't far from each other at all. Cash was, I would say, probably just by the riverbank. And Brel left you guys in the camp by the fire. So, yeah, you'd see Cash in the southwest position of the map. If you guys are looking at the map.
With this exchange happening, Chav's gonna kind of like look at Cash, look back at Cash, and go, all right, we don't need to find out who's edgy. All right, come on. And he's going to walk over to Cash and like go to put his arm around him. Come on, sit by the fire. We can talk about this like real people.
Chav feels the point of a blaster pistol into his ribs.
Well, that's just dumb.
Do not place your hand on me.
To be fair, it's not mine. It was given to me.
I do not care who gave it to you, and judging by the construction, it was not done very well, so I'd recommend you go back and join your group while we talk.
I mean, there was an invitation. My goodness.
Saucy.
Sunshine. I'm rolling for.
I have to walk around behind him before coming back to the party.
In his armament, he has 2 blaster pistols and a vibro knife on top of the sniper that's slung around his back.
I don't care about that. What I'm interested in is he wearing any headgear?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Tarzan, I'd like to see if he has a scar behind his left ear.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll a perception check. We'll make that a hard difficulty.
Okay. Do I get a boost die because I'm looking for something in particular?
No, because you're looking on the wrong side. You went to his right side. Yours was behind your left ear. Or no, did I say left ear or did I say right ear?
Behind my left ear, and I put out my right hand to try to like put around him, which would put me on his left side.
Oh, so then okay, then you are on the right side. Okay, then
The left side.
No, the left side.
Right, left, right, right, left. Confusion.
We only have 2 light side tokens. I would like a consensus if I can use one to figure this shit out.
Since you are on the right, since you are on the correct side, then yeah, you can have a boost die to try and identify.
Yay. I have 1 vote yes. I would like at least a second vote yes before I use the token.
Go ahead.
I love you guys. Damn it! That close. If only I had a triumph pocketed, that would be great. Oh well.
You do have triumphs pocketed.
Well, I don't. It's not my triumph.
You can have it, Chef.
It's up to you.
You can have it. It's mine.
Okay, so 1 success and a threat, which I feel like a pistol in the ribs is already a threat, but that's just me being semantic.
That's fair. You take a quick, hard look behind the left ear of this chess individual, hoping to glean some residual scarring left behind from a invasive surgery that was conducted on you. Similarly, you see nothing. No scarring.
May I use my threat to say this individual who already has a pistol trained on me? Perhaps Chev gets a little too close when he's looking at the back of your skull.
And given Kesh's understanding and his feature, which is anatomy lessons, he pinpoints exactly in the ribs where the most vital organ would be in in Chav's body complexion, and just then lowers the pistol and just holsters it. Is there a particular reason why you are looking for subdermal implants?
I was just wondering how you're so damn good looking if you had a facelift.
It's all natural. And no,
Wow,
I'm
some
not
people
interested.
have all the luck.
Can we focus on the true conversation now, please?
Yeah. And Chev goes and sits down.
So, Cash, any particular reason why your name would be available as a contact or point of interest out there?
No, I do not. I don't spend many times in the Empire's circles, if you catch my drift. I prefer to stay out of them.
Where do you stay and spend most of your time?
This?
What about before?
Before I was exiled from my homeworld.
Why?
I went against protocol in the chess homeworld.
What protocol?
We have a
did you
doctrine.
use?
The doctrine is do not fire preemptively on someone who hasn't fired first.
But you took the shot.
I did.
Were you right?
Well, it was an outsider who mistakenly landed on our homeworld and was trying to abscond with artifacts. The unknown regions are turbulent at best.
Doubt that your departure from the chess world led you directly to the rebels. So, how did it come to be?
Well, I know a tyrannical regime when I see one. And to be perfectly frank, the Empire holds no friends among my people. So I decided, why not? It's as simple as that. And my skills were noticed by the Howling Hounds and offered me a place.
Tarzan,
Yes.
please note that I rolled force so I can use sense. I want to see if Kesh's thoughts match his words.
Okay. That is going to be a skill check to pull off. So let's take a look at the force ability sense.
It
Sir,
says I need to spend light or dark.
ongoing effects, surface thoughts. Cash, what are your surface thoughts? As a highly trained KISS operative.
Well, first off, do I get the sense that someone's trying to gleam into my thoughts, given that I'm trained?
Give me a cool check contested against ego's discipline.
Discipline.
Oh, this is going to go well. I got one day. Oh boy.
Let me see. I do something to discipline? Second. Where is it? Is it in this one? The oh no, that's deception, not discipline. Okay.
Turn
This,
thoughts of one living target. Yeah.
It's under general skills on yeah.
Yeah, there's no defense against that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't affect them, but I
No,
can
yeah.
see them.
Yeah. Okay. You got one success. He's got one success, 3 advantages. Okay. So you technically don't beat him, but you do have 2 advantages still on top of that. So
I have the advantages.
what's Kesh's favorite color?
Kesh's favorite color, in a weird way.
No. You know what? What's Kesh's morning routine?
Kesh's morning routine is checking his sniper rifle, going over his blasters, checking his vibro knife, making sure the power cell's still working. Goes through his routine of putting on his armored clothing in a very particular order, sheaths his vibro knife, holsters his left pistol, holsters his right pistol, checks his sniper rifle again, makes sure the scope is working. So it's literally the most detailed list, and then he double checks and triple checks, and that's the thoughts that Ego gets.
Yeah. So very basic. You get a sense that this individual before you is very systematic, very militaristic in his discipline. A very disciplined individual that is there before you.
Mm-hmm. I think Ego is just looking at the conversation and just frowns a little bit, but doesn't do anything. Did I? I did.
Does something displease you, Twi'lek? Curious. But again, I restate, I'm unfamiliar why a agent of the Empire would be interested in me. If you were to describe him, I might be able to provide more information.
Did we mention that he was a member of the Empire? I don't think we did.
No.
Well, actually, no, it's a fair. It's like, if you were... Okay, retcon that. If you were to describe the individual who has an interest in me, I might be able to provide more information.
His Majesty Sir GM, did we get some kind of call sign or callback phrase for our contact, or did he just, or even like a description, or did he just say, "Hey, this guy's name is Kesh"?
He just gave you. Yeah, he gave you a name and a planet to find him on. That's it. That's all Kill Bill gave you. Okay. I mean, the arrangement was that was set by Oho was find you guys another means of helping the making yourselves more favorable to the rebels, and he did so.
Okay. I feel like I'm not going to retcon a lot of things because otherwise it would be a long thing to retcon. So I'm just going to say to Kesh, all that we can tell you is whatever the reason your name was brought up was with the intent of us to lend a hand to the rebellion. So congratulations, you've been chosen in whatever missions you may be facing right now.
Don't fuck it up.
Interesting.
Now, are there any particular
I have no intention of fucking.
Is there any particular certain type of information you would like us to know regarding the current challenges that you and your commander may be facing? Or are we going to be waiting until we move
That
to
is a
our
good.
location?
That is a good question, Lord GM. Is there anything that I can relay?
You would know the nature of a general. You would have a general idea. Whether it is something that you would disclose to new members of the group is up to you. So I'll message you exactly what the general idea is. So if you guys would give me one moment.
So what do you think, brother? This guy legit?
Still standing there.
Still obviously gonna talk about him while he's still staying there.
Oh, you see, Oho was just looking at Gesh. It probably looks like if somebody were to grab like two neutral statues and place them facing each other. That's basically what it would probably look like. There's just these two individuals just like staring with no emotional expressions whatsoever. And Oho
I
doesn't look
probably have
back at
swore that neither one has blinked the entire time that they've been talking.
Okay.
we're basically Drax times two being like, I'm pretty sure you can't see me. I'm pretty sure you can't see me.
I am moving slower than you are, so henceforth I am more invisible than you are.
But yeah, Raul,
as far as I'm aware, there is to be a rescue operation in the future. And if you are to help in any way you see fit, you'll be tagging along.
Wouldn't be the first time. Right, brother?
Nor will it be the last. I think we'll be doing a lot of those missions.
Where are you two from exactly?
Unfortunately, we can't tell you that, as classified on multiple fronts.
I see.
I'm going to spare you some of your ruminations, Cash. The first time that we joined the Rebels wasn't that much different. We didn't have a particular passion for justice or heroics. We just happened to be good at what we do. Back then, it was my brother and I. We needed to be away from dangers that refused to quit and come after us. So we joined the Rebels. We were good at it, and they knew it.
Very good.
I do not think that they were expecting for us to join their chancellors or the politics of it all. But they knew that we would get the job done. And as something tells me, based on your story, that you may understand that much more closely than some other people.
On nearly every level, yes.
So, this particular second time, while the circumstances are different, our intent is pretty much the same.
Understood. But word to the wise, Brella is grizzled and can be weary. Doesn't see an opportunity when it's in front of him.
Oho looks at Raul. Again, another sentence that they probably heard just the same back in the day. So that's the one part that like Oho sort of looks at Raul in that just like that brief moment of, Yeah, we've met some of those.
And they have always been left
Really?
wanting.
Well, if he's left wanting, it's no dust in the ion cells. But if I'm left wanting, then that's an issue. And you, looking at Ego at that point, you don't strike me as a combatant. What's your story?
Tarzan, what time is it?
By this point, the sun has set. It is about 8:30. No, it's about 8 now. So the sun is setting. Camp is just about finished being packed up at this point. Why does that matter? I'm curious.
Because I was supposed to meet Nadia at 5.
Oh no.
I think
Ooh,
I think
This
at
is-
some point,
this
just
is what we're
before
retconning.
just before you like turn to Ego has realized what time it is. And it's like, it's just messaging Nadia. It's like, so sorry, something came up.
Oh,
Would
no.
love to get that caffeine a different time. Tell what was his name? Jorba, hi and thanks. And that's the whole message. And he goes just like,
You're gonna be one of those guys, huh?
I
gonna-
didn't have a choice, apparently.
She's gonna read this message and go, if I had a credit for every time a guy stood me up saying that they joined the rebellion.
Has
hilarious.
something occurred to cause your Twi'lek friend to have such a visceral reaction?
I'm not quite sure. This is not a very common occurrence. This is very new to me.
I'm
Chad
sorry,
knows that
talking
one.
about me? What?
Yes, you do not strike me as a combatant, and judging by the way you hold yourself, your mask is very obvious. But that's me saying that.
My mask is very obvious. Okay. Ego, by the way, nice to meet you. I feel like we got off
Pleasure.
on like a bad foot, a wrong foot. I don't know. But it in terms of me being here, I do my part. My part isn't really killing things, shooting things. That's not really my speed. My speed is more how do I put it? Making sure everyone's happy at the end of the day. Wait, let me rephrase that. It's more financial.
I see. Is that mine?
There you go.
Me? Oh no.
Oh!
Oh, there,
Are
Mr.
you
Popular.
Yeah.
Are you-
Yeah.
Get that.
Mhm.
You open the comm. It's just a message. Very short, very direct. Thanks. ...
Okay, so that's going to be 17 points of wounds, and it ignores
Oh.
soak.
Also,
And
psychological
about 13
trauma.
and about 13 strain.
Yeah, I'm actually going to need you to apply the
Oh.
following status effects: disoriented, prone, staggered and immobile.
Yeah, you thought Emperor Palpatine was the threat? No. Oh no.
Not the dot.
I think Ego is just
Ooh,
like
ooh,
very dramatically just like
ooh.
holding their chest like oh
It's the receptionist fucking on Bespin all over again.
I feel like before he says anything else, Oho looks at Kesh, and even though there's no expression, Kesh will understand with that non-expression of like, I have no idea. Like, don't ask. There's nothing. I have nothing to
Yeah,
give you.
to be fair, yeah, Kesh gives that exact same look of I'm not understanding a single thing of why he's acting that way, other than a mating ritual went wrong.
if there could be a rain cloud over Ego's head right now. Just-
You're
Brutal.
channeling the dark side, but it's just a shadow of that cloud.
Yeah.
That's great.
Going from that, Kesh looks over to Chav, and you strike me as experienced.
Or just happy that one works too. So a lot of the ladies and other also say that.
I was referring to more your piloting skills and your way of looking outside the box rather than your humanoid customs.
He's going to pause at humanoid customs and go, but aren't you? And then like get brought up in his own ego, not ego, but his ego, and just kind of like, why, yes, probably the best pilot in the galaxy, if I do say so myself. A few people have told me that, except for this one guy. But who cares?
I'm still
If
here.
I've had a credit every single time, if I have had a credit every single time when I have heard that, I would be quite rich right now.
And if you had a credit for every single time that they were right, you would have one.
No, I would have 0.
Damn.
Somebody is the best pilot in the galaxy.
Clearly. And unless you are one who is in tune with the outer reaches, that remains to be seen.
I've been out of reaches, inner reaches, whatever, wherever you feel like reaching, buddy.
Mm-hmm. So between someone who is quite capable with a vibro axe, another one who is a sniper, one who is your credit stick walking, and another one who claims to be the best pilot in the galaxy, you are an all-around motley crew, as Burrell would put it.
Don't forget, a walking tank.
Oh. I know
As
a
Dove
bounty
chirps in.
hunter when I see... I know a bounty hunter when I see one. I do apologize.
Well, Motley Crew was taken. We are Core Atlas.
Noted. If there are any other questions that you wish for me to answer, I will be happily, well, resigned enthusiast to answer them.
I think at this point, we just look forward to getting to the next location. Are we to assume that it is within the
Agreed.
town?
It is. We've been directed to bring you with us.
And we will go.
If you excuse me. And I'll just walk right through that group and straight towards the command tent.
Raw
but-
immediately. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
Raw immediately turns to O as he's leaving. Kind of just lowered voice. So, is it me, or does it seem like the Major isn't actually the one in charge?
It wouldn't be the first time that the person with the highest rank is not the person with the most capable mind.
Things have definitely changed here.
So have we.
Do you think we're ready for this? Once we cross, there's no going back.
Pretty sure you told me the same thing last time.
Does well to keep our feet grounded in the things we can actually accomplish. Can we do this?
Oho has a moment where he actually looks around. And there's like a bit of like an invitation as he looks for you to look where he's looking. And he's actually taking stock of the group, which is the one thing that they didn't have last time. Last time they were on their own. It was just the two of them. And now he looks around and he sees Ego, he sees Dove, he sees Chav, who of the group is the one that's been with them the longest and probably about to blow his own brain off with a lighter. And I think he just kind of adds, I am not one for optimisms, as Grandmother Tolson told us not to rely on such things, but looking around, I kind of like our odds.
And I stand with those odds. Let's get this done.
He just
And falls in kind. And we're still waiting? Is the end of the hour? Or is
As you guys have that moment of connection amongst yourselves, Brell and the rest of the Howling Hounds finish collapsing the camp. Major Brell turns to the group, incorporating you into the address. All right, Hounds. Let's make for Void Power Outpost. Leave no trace behind. Leave no piece of equipment behind. Let's move out. And with that, as the group begins to mount their various transports, that is where we'll go to break. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. Give us a 5-minute break while we resituate ourselves, and we'll be back to continue the rest of the story. Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful to-be dicers. Our scene begins in the dense forest, deep in the valley, on the planet of Falleen, as the group maneuvers its way through this dense forest, coming up through clearings, long scarred from battles past. Chav piloting the ATST feverishly through trying to keep up with the swoop bikes. Rawl on his hoverboard, struggling to keep up. The group travels in the dead of night. The best form of cover for a band of rebels, as traveling in broad daylight brings risks and dangers. There's no light. You can hear the soft thrums of the engines, repulsor lifts engines from the hover bikes, and the repetitive metal clanking that is the ATST's feet crushing brush and tree trunk underfoot. You guys travel for another 20 miles. At this point, the group comes to a temporary halt. As you all reconvene, Brell aboard his swoop bike turns to the rest of you that are in tow as his squad disperses and creates a security perimeter for a temporary, a short halt. How are you doing? Everybody still able to move? What's your situation?
All our limbs are intact, as Raw gestures to himself and Ego.
Speak for yourself from the intercom.
The two people with lacking something going missing are literally both on the ATST. Always just on top of the ATST.
We gotta get you mag boots.
Reason I ask is this is only the halfway point.
We can still go.
Very well. Don't fall behind. And with that, he revs the engine. The tail end of the swoop bike swoops around, and he zooms back off, taking lead for a moment. Not yet. Actually, you won't have time to recover wounds if you power through this. You guys trek forward as Brell takes lead. Kesh begins to maneuver in position ahead of the rest of the squad, creating a flying V formation, leading the charge further up ahead. You guys travel for another 10, 15, 25 miles. By this point, the sun begins to crest on the horizon. And you're coming up on... Let's transition over to the new map, shall we? What appears from a distance as an abandoned power plant.
We have no visibility on the BTC.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, I need to change something, don't I? Lighting. Yes, I do. There you go.
Ah,
What appears to be an abandoned power plant in the center of the forest, or in the center of a valley. The surrounding area pockmarked with various blaster craters. It appears to be the power plant that was subjected to the war front back during the Clone and Separatist War. As you approach the outer limits of this structure, you quickly realize several sniper nests in the surrounding trees. And you'll quickly take note as Brell and his squad slows down momentarily, makes an odd gesture off the side as you quickly realize the squad is addressing a lookout tower, heavily camouflaged, but has two guards posted in the tower. And you guys approach from the northern end of this structure. Here, the presence is a little more fortified, but still open grounds to maintain its abandoned illusion. Put you guys on the map here, shall I? Let's do a party token. Where's the party token? We'll do this one. You guys are the rebel or the rebellion token. As you approach from the north, the tower on the east bears two occupants, a heavy repeating turret, a heavy repeating blaster mounted in a turret. They wave you in as you see various denizens begin to disperse from within the structures in this outpost. Humans, Celestins, Trandoshans, two foot patrol guards make their approach as Kesh and his squad lead the contact. You hear Brell call out, "Fallen Star." The two guards on the ground the two guards on the ground call out, "Fallen Star." And you hear Major Brell say back, "Red Flame." The guards stand down, and the group maneuvers into the interior of the outpost. In the center, you see a power hub. The towers on the exterior seem to be generators of sorts, but this circular structure in the center acts as would have acted as a power hub, storing the generated power for this facility. As you make your way towards the south end of the hub, you realize that it has been gutted and repurposed into a command center. Brell and company dismount their speeder bikes at this point. Trandoshan and Sulliston and Human make their approach, taking over the transports, the speeder bikes, and bringing them into the workshop just to the west. Major Brell turns to the rest of you as the occupants of this outpost begin to react worriedly as a ATST is just striding through. But quickly pays no mind as no one on the exterior wall seems to be reacting in any capacity, as well as Major Brell and company seem to be guiding this vehicle in, leading you up to the workshop where the rest of the vehicles are worked on and maintained. All right. Welcome to Voidfire Outpost. It's time to beat feet.
For some people who are trying to lay low, you certainly have a lot of outposts and checkpoints.
What do you mean?
I mean, we stopped at a halfway point. Now we're at an abandoned facility. At least it looks abandoned.
The halfway point was to make sure that you guys weren't running low on fuel.
Aye, but you control it. On a planet that I assume isn't yours.
He means it as a compliment.
We can discuss territory later.
Yes. Being called into high command, you can make yourselves comfortable in the mess hall. You can find that down yonder. Big building to the right, as he points to the round building with the ramshackle tent acting as like a awning or a shade area for people that want to sit outdoors. It is the second largest building in the area, and you can see people casually coming in and out of it. As he points that out to you guys, Brell turns to Kesh and squad. All right. Arc squad, fall out, refit. Fill your bellies. Kesh, you're with me. And Sathar, make sure Chiswick gets a proper burial.
Do, Major. Will do.
For the rest of you, we'll see you later. And with that, Kesh and Brell make their way into the command tent or command structure.
Is there anybody around that seems overly curious or eager?
Eager or curious in regards to your guys' arrival?
Like blatant, just like
Oh, these guys are really interesting. What is going on with them?
I mean, Chav did straight up with a ATSD. So,
Fair, but
with a guy on top of it acting as a lookout. So you guys did generate quite a hard look for sure. I'd say the enthusiastic mechanics that are stationed in this outpost definitely start making their way towards the workshop where the ATST is currently parked, as they are very curious to get their hands on this thing and start poking around, seeing what they can do with this thing, refurbish it or repurpose it, whatever. Take the armor plating off and use it for defensive rearming or rebuffing defensive positions and shit and stuff like that. But
I just want you guys to know it should be obvious, but it's like very top heavy. So if out there, if you want to put like rolling logs or like tripwires and stuff that are big enough for something like this, you can really like mess with, the Imperial troop movements and stuff. I mean, I've seen some stuff. There's this planet called Endor. You'll love it.
I think Ego, who has been like fairly quiet, just comes out. It's just a small social death. It's just a small. I could come back from this. No. That's not over. It's no, because us as a group all seem to at some point have had some kind of renewal from death. And Chavisto, your time is coming, and my time is coming too. Just yours is a little more physical, and mine is very social right now. But no, I can do it. We can do it. This can be done. This can be done.
So I didn't ask you last night. You just kind of like lost your mind you looked at your comms, you lost your mind. What the hell happened? It can't be that, whatever it is, can't be that bad.
I got ellipses, but
what?
It's not.
Bless you?
Is that a disease?
No, it's not.
Is
no, it doesn't
contagious?
matter. No, it doesn't matter because I can come back from it. Because
From
we
what?
all
What'd they
can
say?
come back from the things that, and I'm trying to use inspiring rhetoric. I'm gonna try to use inspiring rhetoric to make a leadership check and maybe cause people to recover strength.
that's fair. That's fair.
Just from my absolute nonsense.
Go ahead and give me that roll for me, if you would.
All right.
Just gonna look over at Ron and be like, what
average.
the hell is an ellipses?
You got me, bud.
Oh, anybody? Come on, help me out here.
I'm just gonna add 2
Listen,
boost die to that.
Oh,
This way.
Oho was always the book smart one. Okay, I just hit things.
Well, it should have been the books.
Nah, they were usually torn to pieces.
Well done. Well done, Ego.
Ooh.
I don't actually see it. I have to refresh.
5 successes, 2 threats, 1 triumph.
Okay. Y'all can hold on to the triumph, and also all of you recover 1 strain.
Hey, I only had 1. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're clear now. And now you get a triumph to hold on to. But I have to go.
All right, Ego. Thank you for joining us.
Immediately.
Have a great rest of your night, morning.
Bye.
All right.
I wanted them to say, it says she sent me ... so that you have to just go, ooh.
So, as you're like looking around, looking for Oho to try and get him to share some input into what an ellipses is, our scene's going to transition to the furthest side of the command center, as Oho is seen trying to find an alternate way in that doesn't put him direct line of sight of either Major Brell or Cat. You find a side exit as what appears to be one individual, or no, two individuals making their exit from this side exit. You press up against the wall, the exterior of the wall, as they just depart the command center. And before the door slams shut completely, you slip in quietly and expertly, pressing up against another wall, looking around for observation equipment, cameras, guard posts. This is the command center. There's bound to be sentries posted up somewhere. But even as you're out this far from the exterior of this command center, you can hear voices. You make your way out into the main corridor. You can see people begin to funnel towards the front where Brell and Kesh had entered and filter into what appears to be an command center, a command room, auditorium would probably be a more accurate describer of this chamber. As you get closer, you're able to see through these opaque windows. These seen years of neglect. It's a plastic-like material. Despite how often these individuals are more than likely cleaning these sheets of plastic to maintain some semblance of military structure, the plastic just is so far gone and scratched that it's not translucent anymore. It's just a white sheet. But you're able to see through this plastic sheet barely. And you're seeing a hollow projection as what appears to be some face being displayed. You make your way further in. Give me a perception check at this time to avoid encountering roving patrols. This will be, let's see.
Good perception.
Yeah, perception check against their stealth. That's going to be average difficulty.
Can I get something from my thermal on my eye?
Yeah, you can use your thermal scanner from your eye to provide a boost.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Good roll. Good roll. Roll, can you refresh? It's not updating on your end.
That'll be, I can tell you how much. It's 2 successes, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
Perfect. As you're navigating the corridors, your quick reaction gives you the impulse to start using thermal imagery to get a better readout. You switch to the thermal. As you look to your left, you can see dissipated thermal silhouette of 2 individuals patrolling the corridor from this would be east side, heading your direction west on the west end of the corridor. Immediately to your right, there's an office room. You slip into that as the roving patrol breaks past the front entrance, begins to head down the corridor, passing the office that you slipped away in, and further on down the hall. You take this opportunity to slip out, proceed further in. You keeping a low profile? Or are you crouched? Or are you acting like you're meant to be here? What's your strategy here?
I approach as close as I can without me having to go to extreme with my movements.
Okay.
And so I think it is one of those things where, depending on whether there's a door near the closest area or like a section that I could step into if I felt like somebody's coming or approaching, that I could maybe like just walk. I don't think that he'd be like, oh, if somebody's gonna feel like somebody's coming, I'm gonna rush. It's just gonna be like, Oho is moving very like calculated,
Deliberately.
very deliberately, very slow, very like his steps are making no sound. It's just literally moving as if it was the wind going through the top, like the current through the hallways.
Okay. And you do so as the roving guard passes. Another team of what appears to be analysts exit another office further down the corridor. They make their way towards the command center or auditorium, and you take this as an opportunity to slip in behind them and get yourself into the interior of this command center. And as you enter in, this hall projector portrays an older individual on screen. The human male, in appearance, around the age of 62, stands at the height of, and you're seeing his biometrics, his bio readouts. You're seeing his height is 5'4", slender build. His picture shows him with short white hair, a well-groomed white beard, blue hair, and at the top of this readout is the name Rev Garland. And you take a seat in the auditorium with the rest of them. And you can hear as the conversation continues. This information is recent and time important. We have a small window to work with. If we are going to move on in rescue Rev Garland, we have to move now. Major Brell speaks up at this point. How reliable is this source? Where did you get it from? How old is it? We got it from Bothan infiltrators aboard one of the transports. He's being transported to Bannister Station. It's just not even a parsec away. It is the most ideal spot to hit if we're going to do this. It is our only chance to rescue Rev. Kesh. What's your thoughts on this operation?
If done correctly, the Empire will not know that we were ever there. Done incorrectly, and we go from medium threat to severe threat, and we won't be able to move a finger out of line without the Empire knowing that we were there. It's doable, and I concur with the information that it is the most viable option, but rescue in space always has difficulties. That being said, there is an opportunity that has presented itself that we might be able to exploit.
Indeed. We are in possession of a group that bears two members that were once part of Krill Squad. Believed to be dead. I have reason to believe they are deserters. But they do present an opportunity. Oryx Squad just took a severe loss to personnel. We could use that help. Once Rev Garland is secured and back within our company, we'll leave the decision to handle the situation that is these mudhorns in his hands.
Should we? Not to be blunt, but we're all deserters of some capacity.
You know that's not my call, Kesh.
Nor it isn't mine. But that being said, I'd much rather... The opportunity I was referring to is having them have a chance to prove themselves with less of our squad in jeopardy and them taking on the full brunt.
And that was my idea too.
We agree.
At that point,
Everybody just turns their heads.
Kesh just calmly and casually just looks over.
You literally, Oho literally is just sitting on the back, in the back, like a student that got there late, just having that moment, and it's just sitting there.
My point stands. Their entire group, 4 of our members, myself included, can get the job done, no questions barred. And seeing as how they are a dead squad, in quotations, what's the Empire going to do? Report that ghosts invaded a transport ship?
Very well. I'll work up a battle plan. I'll give you your infiltration routes, exfil plans. The specs still stand. Leave no trace behind. Make it look as if Rev Garland died in the explosion.
That's easily done.
Oho stands up, approaches, gets a little closer to the center, not too close to whoever's like leading the thing, so as to not to provoke people, make it feel like he's just going for whoever's running the show. He just kind of gets a little closer and says, "You may want to add another point of advantage to your planning." And he turns on a holoprojector in his hand, like a small holoprojector in his hand, and he turns it on and shows up the Imperial ship that he has. We have this park in the city.
That can prove useful.
Thought it might.
Opportunities on top of opportunities.
Lieutenant Sanis, what do we know about Banastar Station? Lieutenant Sanis, female, human, long brown hair, tied up in a bun, brown eyes, wearing this very officer. Actually, she'd be more in civilian clothing. It would be brown not tank top, but brown short sleeve shirt, khaki pants, dress shoe, military boots, wearing a scanner on one side of her face. Bannister Station is a Imperial refueling station. It was under the command of Commander Arno de Vox, but due to recent operations in the area, the station has taken a severe impact, and a large portion of the station was destroyed in the resulting battle. So the station is operating, I believe, just under 75% efficiency. Any further damage to the station could result in either complete and utter destruction or impeding any Imperial refueling operations in this area, deeply impacting this, their operational capabilities in this sector of the galaxy. So, at this point, Brawl kind of raises an eyebrow. We take out a good portion of the station again. We impact Imperial operations in this sector. And we can do it under the guise of a faulty gas leak. Wouldn't be the first time, it would seem.
I look over at Oho. How convincing can your contacts be in shooting at an Imperial shuttle?
You're asking my contacts?
I'm asking if you were to say, I have the means to shoot at a Imperial shuttle to cause it to land in an Imperial transport by emergency landing, causing them to dock at this refueling station. Is that possible?
If you're looking for a precise shot from a ship, and he just sort of raises his comm that has been active the whole time, I'm pretty sure Chat can do it.
There ain't no shot that I can't make. You got a shuttle you need taken down? You want me to put something onto a freaking... I don't care, whatever it is. Just give one the whole Palpy.
I think I'm more referring to damaging an Imperial transport prison ship enough that they need to be refueled.
Dove can take care of that.
If we do that,
Transport ship is already en route to Bannister Station, so there's no need to jeopardize Rev's position or transport.
that's true. Then,
So,
alternatively,
what we need to do is we need to get ourselves inside that station. Be there when it docks, get into that transport, extract Rev Garland, and leave no trace behind that he was even there.
If you are able to find us Imperial code names and access codes that we can use aboard the ship that I have, we may be able to enter and move in before they may notice something is amiss.
Lieutenant Salis, can you get your Bothans to forge identification codes? I think I can get them to secure some chain codes. How many in this infiltration party?
there's 6 of you, myself, 3 others from my team. 10. Be safe on that part. The 10th will be used for Garland.
You heard him. Give me 10 chain codes.
And as much explosive material as you can for strategic detonation. If you want that refueling station gone, the teams might have to be split into 2. One for rescue, the other for sabotage.
That's the more likely course of action. A
Mhm.
large party infiltrating a security transport that's a mission for suicide. We need to draw their attention away from the shuttle while the infiltration team makes their way inside, rescues rescues Rev, and then we prep a section of the station to blow.
I believe me and Oho here can do infiltration if there are any others among your company that are adequate in getting through unseen.
None particularly, but member Ego is very good at talking their way out of situations. My brother is technologically savvy, so if you need some sabotage, I can assure you he is the person for it. He'd be eager to do it. Isn't that right, Roll?
You just hear a grunt over the intercom.
Huh.
And we already have our getaway flyer, as your companion claimed to be the best pilot in the galaxy. This gives him a chance to prove it.
Part of me was... Go ahead.
Through the comm, but as much as could be aimed in Kesh's directions. I'll have you credit ready.
As much as I would like to make as much use out of that transport you're in possession of, I'm leaning on the idea that that's our escape plan, our cover. We fill that thing up with as much explosives as we can and detonate it as we leave. I'll try and think of another course of action, one that doesn't leave us without a capable transport. But the more likely and probable outcome is we use that as our gift horse.
I think that is a fair assumption. I would have suggested the same. However, I will say it is good to consider that if we manage to make the rescue all the way back to the ship without any suspicion raised, living on that ship will be easier than to trying to hijack another.
Hence why I suggested the strike hitting the fuselage, or hitting the refinery with starships to provoke a particular response in a particular location that requires a hit and run.
If you
Yes,
guys were able to create, if you have enough crates for us to take us, if it was part of the gear and resupply to the ship, my brother Raul could try to deliver those, make sure that those are placed in a location that is going to make the most impact. We keep some aboard the ship. For whatever reason, things are compromised, we still can do the blow the ship up. If we are able to get out of there with the ship with you.
very well. I'll sit with command, chart up a couple of plans of attacks. For the time being, get your rest. The transport won't be here for another 2 days. But we need to be in position before it gets there. So, you guys have a long journey to get back to your ships.
If it's all the same to you, Brel, I volunteer as liaison.
Mission authorized. Report back every 2 hours.
Understood.
Dismissed. He turns back towards the table where the holo projection of Rev Garland is, and begins talking amongst the analysts at the table there, formulating a actionable battle plan.
I think Goho just has a moment where he just looks at Cash. It's that moment of like, you did it, I did it.
Mhm.
It's just that acknowledgement of like, not
Yeah.
impressed. It happens. And I
Yeah.
think after that, he'll go to meet up with Chav and Ralph IRL.
I follow.
Where would the rest of the group have gone? Would you guys gone to the mess hall? Are you hanging out by the workshop? Are you exploring the outpost?
Is there a med bay?
There is.
I am bleeding. I did get shot yesterday.
That is a very fair point. Medbay would be just to the south. The smaller, what appears to be another generator structure, but the interior is reformatted to be a standalone medbay. There you'll find Sathar in there, resupplying his medical equipment, various other medics and specialists conducting routine checks on their members of the outpost.
It doesn't need to be a thing, but Chav literally, like, he'd be fine if he just got a stim pack. One Chav.
Sathar would probably be the one that would take care of you, as he'd be the one to recognize you. Slaps a med pack into your arms, administers a quick shot, and gives you a handful of medication. Take the antibiotics. 3 hours. Make sure you eat food beforehand.
Ain't no complaints there. Any other reason to eat, am I right? As he's like putting timers into his data pad.
And with that, you get your treatments. Gives you the shot he gives you acts as a stim pack. Gives you another 5 wounds back.
Full up.
What about the rest of you? Raw, Ego, Dove. You buy the workshop?
Yes. I'm by the workshop. And I probably would have dragged Dove along as well. Just because I'm trying to see what kind of things they have, what kind of capabilities they have here.
You see various. You'll see a pretty well equipped workshop, despite it being strapped together. It's pretty self-sustaining and functional. They have a workbench for the modders of the camp or outpost that help improve weapons capabilities and so on. A vehicle bay so they can work on the vehicles that they requisition out in the field and whatnot. A crane that's currently hooking itself up to the ATST in preparation for dismantling. And you see a Celestin male currently working on an E11 blaster. Seems to be adding a stock to it. Already been fitted with a scope. Just currently welding welding points to the stock itself onto the frame of the blaster rifle. You and Dove enter into the workshop as he turns and raises his plasma goggles up to look at who's entering the workshop. Hello. Welcome. Your new faces here.
Well, you could say that.
Right. What do you want?
I'm curious. Do you have small? How do I put this? Do you have small propulsion systems? Essentially, I don't know how else to put that in Star Wars lingo.
What are you trying to get?
Just trying to see what kind of like, is there anything that they have for small hovercrafts or things, or swoop bikes, like propulsion system wise?
What are you trying to do?
You are looking for something to modify an air speeder
No,
or a land speeder,
the partner in particular.
which qualifies.
It's
mean,
not
does-
it's not an air speeder though.
But in the grand
Hoverboard.
scheme of things,
Oh,
So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make its engine faster or what?
correct. Yes, trying to make it faster.
Okay. That helps when I know what you're trying to do.
Sorry.
Okay.
thank God you're not having this conversation around Chav. He would have words.
Enhanced repulsor lift. That just gives you increased vehicle speed by. Yeah, that does. It takes a single hard point. It's a times 1,000 credits times its silhouette. Rarity of 3. Yeah. And with his roll, yes, I have enhanced repulsor lifts.
He's gonna try to take note of all the items and equipment in the shop. Does it all look new?
Oh,
As
God,
in,
no. This shit's all repurposed or
Okay.
requisitioned in the field.
okay.
I mean, there's probably some new stuff in here. You're gonna be hard pressed to find something brand new, but
Basically, he's trying to ascertain what level of influence the rebels have here. Is it like a strategic outpost? Are they supplying it regularly, or is this just like they're trying to?
we're gonna go ahead and clear this up. Pathfinders operate with minimal assistance as much as possible. They are a requisition by field operations group. They do not get funded. So everything that you're finding here, they had to get themselves.
So this
So
is a
they-
forward field base, is what I'm getting then.
Basically,
Okay.
yes. So there is very clear they are not funded in any way. This outpost has been here for quite some time. So you get a sense that they've probably been monitoring Imperial and Pauline relationships for a bit. But yeah, no, they're not funded here.
Okay. To save time, Rawl is going to just talk shop with this guy.
Okay.
He's, generalized questions about, their uptime on half-assing get things repaired. When was the last time they had new influx of equipment coming in, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. He puts up a bit of a barrier at first. Not really keen on talking with somebody that he's never seen in the outpost before. But as you're bringing up various models and production companies for various modifications for vehicles and whatnot. You see his defense begin to start wear out over time. Talking about just going over. I'm sure at some point you break out the hoverboard and he gives it a once over and it could benefit from maneuvering thrusters. Say, gives you more control over the vehicle itself. But you can make it faster with the enhanced repulsor lift system. But we get what we can get. We don't get supplies. So, if you want something put on, you find it in field. Bring it to me. I put it on.
Noted. And you said your name was?
Blondie.
Blondie. Right. I'm Raw. This here's Dove. You might be seeing more of us in the coming future.
Dove. Interesting name. Dove. Blondie. Blondie. Dove. Okay. Goodbye. And he just goes right back to his project. You get a sense that everything that's in the shop, it's some type of requisition order. He's working on the parts that are in here are already spoken for, kind of thing. So if you want him to put something on, you got to get it out in the field and bring it to him. Okay. But you guys make your way back out. By this point, I would probably say Yus and Kesh would catch Rawl and Dove making their way out of the workshop, where you see further on into the interior of the outpost, at the south end, Chav is making his way out of the medical center, just behind the mess hall.
Do they have ships here?
There's a small landing pad, the southeast. You pass it on the way to the med bay, big enough for a shuttle. This isn't. They probably have not an armada, but a fleet of ships somewhere nearby. But this is not a takeoff point if they were to extract from Bali. This is just a assembly point.
I'm just trying to figure out if there was area to bring our ships here. And if there was a case, then Chev would look at how they would like ships to come in so as to not give away a position.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a conversation to have with High Command.
This Brell individual?
Yes. He probably doesn't call the shots, but he's probably the standing voice of this outpost until Rev Garland gets back.
So I probably also check would want to check on the doctor and Jay.
Well, my thinking was that I could remote pilot the Noth one here, take it back, pilot the Noth one and something else back here, bring the Noth one. And while everybody else is doing coordination here, Chav could be a runner and also check in on the dock. But definitely wanted to talk to somebody to make sure that, how many ships do we have? 4? Number 1, that we had space. Number 2, that 4 ships landing here in one afternoon is not going to raise any alarm bells.
Chap also would have probably told you that he doesn't want the Imperial ship coming here, and that his strategy would be, if they are going to do a loadout to the Imperial ship and they needed for the ship to go to there, he would basically fly it out of the orbit of the planet and then basically round about it to the opposite side, and then just do like a trip. Also, he would potentially wait till they have to depart to meet everybody in orbit.
Also, which droid did we leave in charge of the shuttle? Because we should check in with them.
I think we split them up. So right now, if I believe the Chimera is piloted by Scuttle, the VCX is B4's job, and then the Imperial ship is Reaper's job.
B4 is at the hospital with Doc.
Oh,
That's
I stand corrected. Then no one's on the Imperial ship, and Reaper's on the VCX.
Because I mean, people already came to look at the shuttle, so want to make sure that nobody put a fucking boot on it.
And technically speaking, the ships are not far from each other, so the droid could easily take a look.
No, I think they are, because I remember the V6 went to E8. And
We had landing pads as close as we could to each other because we all
Yeah.
met up at the same dockmaster.
right,
So,
but they aren't like right next to each other though.
Oh, not next
No.
to each other, but like, it's
close enough that
accessible distance.
they could do things.
But- Within throwing distance.
Bottom line, we should check on the ships ASAP.
As you guys come to this line of thinking, I think this would be a perfect time to end tonight's session. Thank you all for tuning into tonight's episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire as the crew of Core Atlas and Auric Squad merge for the time being. Where the rest of the story is going, Stevie Dice will see you next time. Have a good night.